So this was something I was actually discussing with my students yesterday night. For those people who don't know, apart from running overseas students Australia, I also teach part-time here. And for reference, I teach marketing and social media marketing related courses. And when I was speaking to my students, I realized that some students are actually working as freelancers in Australia already. And many of them are willing to work as freelancers. For a brief period of time, I also worked as a freelancer managing some of the social media accounts. I don't do that work anymore, but I thought it would be a good idea to put together a guide for international students regarding freelance work in Australia. So without wasting much time, let's get into the video. Now, first thing first, what is freelancing or freelance work? So freelancing is a type of self-employment where you offer your services to a client on a project or on a contract basis. So rather than committing to a full-time employment, you work on a multiple projects with different clients or with the same client. And you might wonder, why freelancing? Over the years, freelancing has become really popular. Bit of thanks to pandemic and with the evolution of internet, there are many people who are now can offer their services as a remote worker or as a freelancer. So coming to the point of why freelancing, so one of the reasons will be that you are your own boss, which is one of the most important reason why people choose to become freelancers, as you don't have to listen to your boss, as you will be your own boss. Apart from that, there is a work-life balance that you can have as a freelancer. So you can choose to do certain things at your own pace rather than being instructed to work from 9 to 5 or at specific hours. Many freelancers choose to work at the times that suits them most. And especially as an international student, it gives you flexibility to work with your study schedules as well. So it may not bother you too much if your classes are in the morning or in the evening, as you can work on your own terms and at your own available schedule. And last but not the least, one of the beauty of working as a freelancer is the different type of work opportunities you get. You could be working from the clients in Australia here, or you could be sometimes working with clients from overseas as well. And no project is usually the same. So you may have a multiple type of projects you might be working on at the same time, and that helps you to gain further knowledge and improve yourself as well. Now, in terms of the requirement to work as a freelancer, so the first question is, can international students work as a freelancer in Australia? The short answer is yes, but obviously there are some requirements you need to keep in mind if you are working as a freelancer, as it is different than working as an employee. So first thing will be that you will need to have an ABN, which is Australian business number. So you will be running your own business rather than working as an employee. If you work as an employee, you need TFN, tax file number. But as a freelancer, you will need to register your ABN. It could be under your own name, or you can register a separate business name as well. If you want to apply for ABN, we've got a very good video on our channel where you can actually see on how to apply your ABN. We give you a specific example also. So if you would like to check this video here. We'll leave a link of that in the description box below. The next requirement is the work limitations. Now, as an international student, you only can work specific amount of hours while your study is in session. Currently, it is 48 hours per fortnight. So you have to keep in mind that you can only work a specific amount of hours during the week or during the fortnight. And yes, it applies to freelancers or people holding ABN as well. But during the school holidays, you can work unlimited hours. The next thing that you need to keep a record of your work hours, how many hours you are spending each week or each fortnight, and also manage your invoicing and taxation, as you will be running your own business. So you will need to create invoices for your clients, and also you have to be mindful of doing your own taxes as well. Obviously, the financial year in Australia runs from 1st of July to 30th of June, and you have to lodge usually your tax return by 31st of October if you are going to do it by yourself. Many freelancers choose to use different type of softwares to managing their invoices or taxation. In Australia, many freelancers and small business owners do their accounting with the accounting softwares like Xero. And if you would like to sign up, we have a link in the description box below where you can check out the current deal that Xero is running. This video is not sponsored by Xero, but the link given in the description is affiliate link. So if you do decide to sign up, you might be compensated for that. Now, also in terms of other requirements, obviously you would like to get paid. So you need to consider what are the payment softwares or payment options available for you to get paid as a freelancer. There are few popular platforms here like PayPal or Wise. Some freelancers also choose to get paid via bank transfers as well. Apart from that, the most important requirement would be skills and knowledge. So whatever type of freelance work you're going to do, make sure you have the right skill set and the knowledge of that specific work. Obviously, you won't be able to get the work if you don't have the right skill and knowledge for that specific type of work. And if you are someone who would like to work as a freelancer but don't know where to get started, there are plenty of free resources available online. You can learn your preferred skill set from platforms like YouTube itself, or there are some specific courses from platforms like Udemy, Skillshare. Some of them could be free, while some other ones might be paid as well. But if you are interested, you can definitely learn things online. As I said, there are plenty of free resources available on YouTube and some other platforms as well, where you can pick up these skills quickly. The next part is about types of freelance work that you can do. Now, there are many types of different freelance work that you can do as an international student. However, here are some of the popular ones that you might come across here in Australia. The first one is related to digital marketing services such as social media marketing, SEO, email marketing, and content creation. Apart from that, you can do graphic designing such as logo design, web design, flyers, brochures, or other marketing material. You can also do tutoring as a freelancer. So you can provide your tutoring services to primary, secondary, or university students. Next one is writing. If you're good in writing, you can do copywriting, blog writing, or editing or proofreading. If you're good with your IT skills like software development, then you can provide services for web development, app development, or IT support. You can also become a virtual assistant for businesses in Australia, such as admin support, customer service, or research assistance. And another area is photography and videography, where you can provide a product photography or service related photography, drone shoots, events related photography or videography, and video editing. As I mentioned, there are many other services you can provide as a freelancer, such as fitness coaching, event planning, data analysis, and many more. Just keep in mind that sometimes you might be required to have a certification or qualification if you are going to provide certain services here in Australia. The most important question is where to find work as a freelancer. So the first point of contact will be online platforms. In Australia, one of the most popular platform is Airtasker, where you'll find many different type of freelance work opportunities available. Apart from that, you can also find freelance work on Gumtree as well. Now, you can also create your profile as a freelancer on these platforms that I just mentioned. Apart from these two platforms in Australia, there are many other international platforms that are quite popular here in Australia, such as Fiverr, Freelancer.com, People Per Hour, and many others. Apart from these online platforms, the other way of picking up some freelance work is through your network. Networking, attending events, meeting new people is a must for freelancers, especially if you're looking for work. So look up some events happening around your area related to your field. It could be on platforms like Eventbrite or Meetup, and make sure to bring your business card to these networking events, and it is one of the best way to find that freelance work. Now, apart from the physical face-to-face networking, you can also do networking online with the platforms like LinkedIn and even Facebook groups. I have seen people picking up some work from these platforms. Personally speaking, in the past, I got some work through Facebook groups. So online networking is another way to get that freelance work. And last but not the least is through referrals, where people refer you because they have done some previous work with you. So for that, I also suggest you to make sure to create your own portfolio, whether you create it on platforms like Behance or you create your own website, where you list all the work that you have completed for the clients or maybe for yourself as well. Don't be shy to showcase your work that you have done. And again, referrals is a great way when someone else refer you to another client. And that usually happens once someone has worked with you on a project and they know your style, and that helps a lot. Now, in terms of how much money you can make as a freelancer in Australia, it purely depends on different type of factors, such as your skill set, what type of skills you have, and what's the level of those skills you have. Are you just a beginner or in intermediate level, or you are advanced level? Also, apart from that, it depends upon the client's budgets as well, how much money clients are willing to spend on. Obviously, some clients may have a deeper pockets than others, and also it will depend upon the urgency and, as I said, many other factors. There is no minimum wage rate in terms of freelancers. Currently, from 1st 1st of July 2024, the minimum wage in Australia is $24.10 per hour. But if you are working as a freelancer, that's not a guarantee for you because you are not an employee. So you might be working on a contract or project basis, and the hours you spend may vary depending upon the type of project. So there is no fixed rule in terms of how much money you will make, but it will just vary depending upon the factors that I just mentioned. Here are some few handy tips that will help you to be successful as a freelancer in Australia. The first one is building strong relationship with your clients. So if you are going to work for a client on a project, make sure to build a good relationship with them. Sometimes you might be required to do some additional work. You have to think how it works out better for you and for your client. And relationships can help you to get more clients as well in the future. It is critical for freelancers that you must create a good relationship with your client. Australian clients usually like to work with the people who deliver on time. Time is a key essence. So make sure you deliver your work on time as agreed with your client. If you can do it ahead of time, even better. The next tip is provide exceptional service to your customers so that they feel like working with you again on their projects. So it is important for you to do your best in the project that you have been allocated. And last but not the least, continually upgrade your skills. With the evolution of technology, you will see there are a lot of things are changing around. So you need to evolve yourself and your skills. So as a freelancer, make sure you are up to date with whatever is happening in your industry. Make sure to sign up for some newsletters in your industry and also take on some additional courses that will help you to improve your skills. Well, I hope you find this information useful. If you are planning to work as a freelancer in Australia, again, all the useful links are in the description box below, so make sure to check them out. As I mentioned earlier, if you're planning to apply for an ABN, make sure to check this video here where you can see how to get an ABN with an example. One of our most popular video, so click over there and I'll see you there.